cannot stress this enough. This is the most important tip you can ever receive. Hey, what's up everybody? It's your girl Kira Rosati and we're back with another video. And today this is a very special video. A video I've been wanting to do for y'all for a while because when I wanted to become an NUA, I had absolutely no idea where to start or what to do. And when anyone wants to take on any adventure, where is the first place they start? YouTube, of course. But this is going to be more raw and uncut. I feel like a lot of the tips that I found on YouTube weren't the real. So I'm going to give you the real. And hopefully this could be an aid to other people who are aspiring MUAs as well. So if you want to find out the real, stay tuned. Well, first and foremost, I'd like to apologize if my background seems a little slanted. My little tripod phone holder is broken. So yeah, but as long as y'all can focus on me, that's all that matters. Okay. And I'm coming to you live from my kitchen, alright? Okay, so before I really get into the nitty-gritty of the video, I just want to give you a brief little background on how I got started in makeup artistry. So when I was younger, it was never my, passion or dream or even an idea that I would even be a makeup artist. I do have a various art background. I went to a magnet middle school where I studied visual arts, so I'm a very good drawer. In high school, I studied graphic communications. College, I studied fashion design. And in between there, that's kind of how I got into makeup. So I want to say I got into makeup maybe around 18, 19 years old. And let me start by saying, when I first started doing makeup, it was absolute trash. I mean, I used to draw my eyebrows on with just liner, literally like, and that was it. Eyeshadow wasn't blended, it was just terrible. In high school, I had really thin brows and I put in a lot of blush and just like eyeliner, and it was what it was. Kira was cute for what she wanted to do, boo, that's all that mattered. But really, it just was a matter of me trying out and getting into makeup, and slowly but surely it got better. And when certain friends or family saw that, they're like, hey, can you do my makeup? I'm like, sure girl, whatever. So I did like my aunt's makeup. She was a bridesmaid in a wedding, and a family friend, she was going somewhere, I don't know. I did the makeup for like $25. It was cute for what it was, but looking back, I'm like, oh. But yeah, so honestly, it just was kind of something that happened. So from there, from gradually doing people's makeup, I kind of got more serious, and throughout college, that's when I was picking up more clients here and there. And I finally was like, hey, this is something I'm really good at. Let's go ahead and try to make this a career. So in college, I noticed that I really wasn't passionate about fashion design. That's what I majored in. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be a makeup artist. And that's why I started taking it more seriously, watching videos and finding out, what I need to do. And it kind of just skyrocketed from there, baby. All right. Passion is very important, because one thing is for certain: life is short. Every moment you gotta freaking cherish, and you can't take anything for granted. So I feel like, or what has been proven is that whatever you do, you need to make sure that you actually want to do it and have passion for it, because you don't waste your time. If I would have known that I wanted to do makeup in high school, straight out of high school, I could have been popping with it. But honestly, sometimes you don't always know what you want to do, and that's okay. Just like me, I changed my mind several times, but it's okay, because all those different things that I majored in and studied in school allows my makeup artistry to be better. Studying visual arts, I can draw. It allows me to map out certain looks and have a steady hand when making certain lines, and especially when it comes to editorial looks and knowing how to put certain color schemes together. With my graphic communications, it allows me to make my marketing materials. I use a lot of Photoshop. I learned that in high school, college as well, because in college I had to take a whole Photoshop course. And so now I know how to use that when I want to edit certain material. Fashion design, it doesn't necessarily tie in, but of course, if any of you have studied fashion design, you know when you take that course, you have to also learn about other aspects that aren't even related to making clothes. It's just art in general. So all those things do tie into my makeup and allow me to be a better artist. But with being passionate, you definitely don't want to do something that you don't like. Me, it's like I live, eat, sleep, and breathe makeup. Like, I'm so into it. Like, every day, I do have a full-time job, but every day, like when I wake up, I'm thinking of, you know, the next makeup look, the next makeup venture, the next makeup event, this and the third. Like, I just love the beauty industry, beauty influencers, everything about beauty and makeup. Like, I love it. Same way if you wanted to be a mechanic, you'd be passionate about cars, you want to be a doctor, you're passionate about helping people in anatomy, things like that. So you definitely make sure you're passionate about it, because if you go into it of just thinking like, oh, this is just going to be a hobby, or oh, this is just a quick money maker, it's not going to be fun to you. So if you're looking to take this into a career, you know what they say, ooh, I'm having a brain fart. It's a line. It's like something about, you know, how things never feel like, if you love what you do, it never feels like work. Don't get me wrong, being a makeup artist definitely is a lot of work. It can be tiring, especially when you're working on like shoots and fashion shows and things like that. It's very exhausting. But if you love makeup and beauty, even though you're working hard, you still make it fun. At the end of the day, you're like, oh my God, like I had so much fun. I'm pulling my hair out, but it was so much fun. So I definitely would suggest being passionate, because if you're passionate, it's going to be 1,000 times more fun. You're going to enjoy the people you work with, enjoy the people you meet, and it's going to lead you so many places. Like, I've been to various different beauty events that have allowed me to connect with so many different people, and I'm able to speak about certain things because I'm passionate about it. And it just, you can feel it, you can sense it in somebody. Like, if somebody is doing your hair, the way they talk to you, you can tell they're passionate about doing hair just by the way they talk to you. So make sure you're passionate. Okay. Also, with passion, kind of know your why. Why are you doing this? Are you doing this just to make money? Are you doing it as a pastime? Are you doing it because you actually love it? No, anything you do, have a reason behind it. Don't just wake up and say, oh, I'm just do makeup just because. Like, anything you do, you have a reason behind it. Me personally, I do makeup because I'm a lover of art. I love to create. To me, it helps relieve a lot of my anxiety. I love helping women like me. I do love myself, but at the same time, when I put on makeup, it's like I transform into like this alter ego woman, and it just makes me feel powerful and fierce and beautiful and charming and lovely. Yes, I do possess these traits bare. When I put on makeup, I feel like, oh yes, who is she, you know? And just the way I feel, I know when other women or my clients or men, women, whoever, because I do everybody, but when you're able to do someone's face like this or transform them, they feel confident, they feel strong, like oh my God, look at myself. Like, just the transformation is just wonderful. And I love to give that feeling to people because I personally know how it feels. So that's my why. Know your why. Whatever reason you have is your reason. That's perfectly fine. I'm just saying in general, know your why, be passionate. Okay? Okay, y'all. So my next tip is have a target audience. When I first started, I had absolutely no idea that I needed to have a target audience. And this goes for any business where you're trying to provide services and making a sale. It's gonna be 1,000 times harder if you have no idea who you're trying to target to. When I first was doing makeup, I'm just like, look, I just wanna make you look pretty. Whoever wanna book can book. Now, don't get me wrong, I've been doing makeup professionally for 4 years now. I can do any age, pre-teen, teen, middle age, my age, old people, whatever. And that just comes from a lot of trial and error and doing different people and trying to figure out what I would like to do. But know your target audience. You may want to attract to, you know, weddings and bridesmaids. You may want to work on editorial. You may want to do soft glam. You may want to do full cake face, cut crease. Me, I like to call my makeup dramatic soft glam. So I love a very dimensional, soft contour face to have popping eyes. It's caked, but it also looks soft and like your natural colors in your face, if that makes sense. And then I like to attract to, you know, women between the ages of maybe like 21 to 35, kind of like that 20s to mid 30s. You know, you aren't necessarily like businesswoman, but you still like to be poised wherever you go. You may be going to, you know, the club, you got an event, a formal business, whatever. But the thing about me, just by me having so much trial and error, I can pretty much cater to anyone. If you want, you know, extremely natural skin-like makeup, I can give you extremely natural skin-like makeup. I can give you natural soft glam. I can pop out a cut crease. I can do full cake face, 25 mm, whatever you want to call it. I can do that editorial style. I can give you real soft, whatever. You may be older, you know, I can cater to, you know, whatever you got going on. So just a lot of trial and error, I'm able to cater to pretty much anyone. Although where I messed up is not knowing my target audience. Me going in, I'm just like, okay, whoever need their makeup done, I'm gonna just do their makeup. And from there, it was very hard to build clientele. Even to this day, I'm still having difficulty building clientele, but now I am learning what I need to do. And from my, you know, these past 4 years, experiencing different things, I'm able to know what not to do and what I should be doing so that I can build this clientele. So I definitely recommend, you know, you find that target audience. And that also goes in with my next tip, which is build a niche. So as a makeup artist, you need to know or need to have a niche. A lot of makeup artists, you're able to look at them and just straight pick out their work. Say for instance, Danessa Mavericks. Everyone should know Mother Mavericks. If you want to be a makeup artist, you better know who she is. You better recognize Hunty. So Danessa Mavericks is known for her editorial style makeup. She does very clean, skin-like makeup that looks very dimensional, polished, poised. It's just everything. You can tell that she spent a lot of time and a lot of energy learning her craft and perfecting her niche. Also, Scott Osborne, you may know him as the Scott Edit. He has a very glamour, editorial, but edgy type style. He does a lot of like cat eye, dramatic, creative eye looks, but also really pretty skin. I can look at artwork and just know that's him. Who's another one? My good friend Marquise Ward Beauty. He does editorial style makeup, very clean skin, very radiant. That's his niche. Well, my niche, I'm very good at skin and popping eyes. Or you may be a makeup artist that's known for putting glitter on the lips. Or you have some makeup artists and influencers who are literally lip artists, who literally take only pictures of different art doing their lips. Or you may be some type of makeup artist that does different paintings on your face. I mean, all I'm saying is know your niche. So know what kind of makeup artist you want to be. Also, Kate Summer, shout out to her. She's Atlanta based. She does very full coverage makeup, but it looks very pretty and it's full coverage, but it also looks natural. Like it's like that in between. But when you see her makeup, you know, like, okay, Kate Summer did that. So my point is, know what kind of makeup artist you want to be and what kind of style of makeup you want to, you know, do. Because me, when I came into it, I'm like, oh, I need to know how to do everything. And when you're trying to do everything, you're not going to cater to anyone because people don't know what kind of artist you are. So when someone comes on your social media, whether you have an Instagram, Facebook, whatever, online portfolio, someone needs to look at your page, whatever you have, and know, okay, this is the type of artist they are, so they know whether or not they want to book you or not. It should be very clear. So if you have a page full of all different types of crazy stuff, they're not going to know if you're for them. So pretty much, again, I do cater to all types of things, but recently I made myself a makeup artistry page so that when you come to that makeup artistry page, you can know exactly what kind of makeup artist I am and whether or not I'm going to fit your needs so that nobody's time is wasted. So know your niche and know your audience, and that will allow you to build your feed up based upon what you're trying to do and attract exactly who you're trying to attract. And nowadays you got different people who can help you, because sometimes it's hard and you may not be clear on who you want to target to, but as you practice and do more makeup, you're gonna get a feel of what you like to do and what you're good at, and you have different people who can help you take the material and help you brand your page and show you exactly what you should be doing and posting and things like that. You can even go on YouTube and find free videos on branding, and believe me, if you want some branding, Instagram is definitely going to give you some advertising on branding, because I know it pops on my feed all the time. It's definitely stuff out there for you. And shout out to Tiana Robinson for Makeup Mogul University, because she's been helping me a lot. Period, poo. Okay, y'all, so the next tip, and again, these tips are just based upon my own personal experience. Now, I definitely recommend having some money saved up, but let me tell you, everybody's situation is different. You may have family members that can help you and put money out so that you can, you know, buy your kit and buy everything that you may need, but you may not. So I would definitely recommend having some money saved up. So pretty much when I decided to become a makeup artist, I didn't really have money saved up. I ended up taking out a loan to buy some startup materials, and that kind of messed me up later on, but that was just, you know, not being a responsible adult. But I didn't have money saved up, so I took out a loan. And let me tell you, people think that when coming into it, you gotta have a full blown out kit and have all these expensive products and X, Y, Z. Let me tell y'all, if y'all can only see from then to now I have a professional kit, but before, my kit was literally a hat box I got from Burlington Coat Factory. This little hat box had only a few products in there, and I made it work. And I think the loan I took out was about $700, something like that. And you would think like, oh my God, $700, that's hella makeup. Honey, $700 was not enough, because I had to buy quality business cards, and by the time I spent that $700, it only filled that little box, and I still didn't have enough foundation colors. I just basically didn't have everything I need. So I just recommend you have some money saved up, and I'm not saying you gotta have $5,000, but just enough so that you can buy yourself, you know, I would say about at least 10 different shades of foundation. And honey, you can start with Maybelline Fit Me, sweetheart. I didn't use Maybelline Fit Me on high-paying clients that didn't pay me $400 plus when it don't even cost that much. Or apologizing, I wouldn't say it cost much when I wasn't even asking for that much money, but just by the quality of work, you know, they gave me that money and I made it work, you know what I'm saying? So just have enough money saved up. We can get you maybe at least 10 different foundations and get everything you need, like eyeliner, things to do shadows with, different palettes, eyebrows, lipsticks, whatever. You know, if you're fortunate enough to have family members that can kick out some cash for you, help you get started, definitely do that. But I would just say, you know, if you gotta work a summer job, or if you're like a teenager, you know, something part-time, I don't care if you're just, whatever you can do, have some money saved up so you can buy yourself some quality products so you can have what you need when you get started, and don't have a hat box, you know. But me, I use like this black suitcase type of thing I found at Walmart. A lot of makeup artists, a lot of professional makeup artists carry like black suitcase type thing, so that's what I bought myself. I had to upgrade because that hat box was not it, sweetie. So now when I come through about to beat that face, I'm giving top-notch professional MUA about to serve look, sweetheart, you know. Yeah, so I definitely recommend having some money saved up. And typically what I like to do, I also buy products as I go along. So let's say I have a client who books and I may not have the particular foundation color I need to service that client. So what I'll do, because of course you need to require a deposit. So I'll take that money used to buy the deposit, buy your foundation color, and I'll still make a profit off the other money, that's coming in from the service. So I'll do things like that. Or if there's a particular product that they may request that I don't have, again, I'll use the money for the deposit and just make sure I charge enough to see a profit. So you can do things like that as well. So I'm honestly still building my kit as I go along, because you're not always going to have the product you need. You may need a product that you didn't even know that you even needed, just based upon that client you may have or certain experience for an event you may have. You're like, dang, I need to have this type of primer or this type of lipstick or this type of tool. I done made the money, let me go buy it, and that's going to let me make more money. So everything in business is always be a flip. You're okay, you guys. So my next recommendation or tip is to have some families and friends that you can practice on. So of course, starting up, you're like, okay, how are people, gonna book me? They're not even gonna know, or they don't even know what kind of work I do. So of course, that just goes for anything. If someone wants to book someone, they're gonna want to see reference pictures. So I would say, before you're official or before you announce that you're taking appointments, I would definitely do maybe 5 faces, on whomever your target audience is. Try to find about 5 people, in that range, and do some faces on them. So whatever you decide your niche is gonna be, do their makeup, do about 5 different faces. So on your social media, you'll have some pictures to post that people can reference to. When I first started out, I didn't really have too many people whose faces I had, done, or too many pictures of things like that. I didn't know. I basically had no idea what to do when I started out. When I started out, it was literally like, we're going for this and we're gonna figure it out as we go along. So, my aunt's makeup who I said the wedding on, I didn't really have, the makeup was pretty, but at the time my phone was kind of trash. So the pictures were trash, and the other girl who had the makeup on, at the time it was cute, but looking back it was kind of crusty. So, I didn't want to post those pictures. And then I was still new to the makeup game. So the faces that I did get just wasn't all that to me. So I really didn't have too many pictures on my profile to work out with or work with. So I was building clientele and trying to get people to book me as I went along. So I definitely recommend, hitting up your homegirls or your aunties or whoever you want to do makeup on, and let them know that you're taking a new business venture, and I need your face and I need to snatch it so that it can be popping on my page and I can get people to book me. I'm sure your family and friends gonna be like, yes, beat this face, I got somewhere to go, or girl, I got you, I support you. So do my face, and you can post on your page. I posted on mine. That's another thing. When you do these practice pictures, make sure they're posting you to the gram or to that Facebook or to that Twitter or to that Tumblr, or if you want to beat that face for that Tinder profile or whatever. Just make sure they're posting these pictures and tagging you. The world has to know who you are. So make sure you're getting that exposure. So build up some pictures and, things and such, so that you can have it to post so people know who you are when you're starting out hunting. Okay, babes, it's time for the next tip. So what I definitely recommend, know how to do okay. I would not recommend not being educated on how to do different skin types and different skin tones. So that may not always be the case, because you may be a makeup artist who only wants to, focus on women of color, Black women, Caucasian women, Asian women, African women, Indian, all of that, But if you're trying to get this money, you're going to be able to, or you want to know how to do different skin types and tones. Even if you're niche based and you have a certain target audience, I don't care if you were catering to 25-year-old bad bitches, cut, crease, all that. Know how to do that makeup for Caucasian women as well, or whomever, because believe me, for whatever target audience and niche, there are going to be people of different skin tones who want that particular kind of makeup. So I didn't go into it knowing different skin types and skin tones. When I started out, I didn't even know how to do makeup for black women. I didn't even know how to do my own makeup. So literally everything was a trial and error. And it's crazy because my first few clients, I think I had Hispanic women, Hispanic woman, might have been a Caucasian. No. I just started doing Caucasian women until about 2 years ago, maybe. But basically, I had no experience on how to deal with different skin types and skin tones. It's very important, especially with skin types. I myself, you may not be able to tell now, but if you follow me or have watched my YouTube videos, I do have acne-prone, sensitive skin. So you have to know what types of products to use for people who have acne-prone, sensitive skin, or who also may have beautiful clear skin, but their skin is dry as hell. So you have to know what type of primers and moisturizers and serums to use for that. And then it also depends on, their skin color as well. If you want to make more money, know how to cater to each skin tone. So somebody can come to my Instagram and be like, okay, she knows how to do an East African woman. She can do a Caucasian woman. She can do somebody, that's dark skin. She can do someone that's white. So, and you may not be a person who has friends of different skin tones. Try to find a job which allows you to experiment. So for instance, when I was living in Atlanta, I worked for Katie Studios. If you haven't heard of Katie Studios, it's basically a photography studio that caters to photo shoots for seniors that are graduating. So they'll take like their senior portraits and have different little scenes that they can change their outfits, and it's just something nice to do to have memories for your senior year. But pretty much, even though Katie Studios does of course, cater to everyone, and they do have a very diverse clientele, a lot of the clients that I had to service as a makeup artist there were Caucasian. And when I started working there, I had never done a Caucasian girl in my life. Luckily, there were photographers there who are Caucasian, and on our free time, they allowed us to practice. So I would practice on a Caucasian, females, just to get an idea of what to do. And the thing is, people are scared to try different skin tones. Honestly, the process is just the same. You're just using a different color. And in my free time, I will go on YouTube and watch, higher up makeup artists and listen to their tips and tricks and watch their videos on how they select certain foundation colors. And with that comes learning about undertones and stuff like that. You gotta know undertones. Oh my God, I'm having a brain fart. Like any day I could talk about this stuff all the time. You have to know the different undertones because it's not just like one shade. You have different shades of Caucasian people. You have some that are very fair, some that are, medium, and you have dark Caucasians. So you have to know the undertones and what colors and what shades to use for their contours and things like that. So what I did was got my practice there. And like I said, everything is not gonna be perfect right off rip. That's why I suggested having people that would allow you to practice on them so you know what and what not to do when it comes to things like this. On your free time, just get as much practice as you can. But Katie was definitely a blessing because I worked with students with all types of skin tones, and gladly Katie provided all the makeup products, so they definitely had a wide range of colors to use. So that allowed me to study what to use on different people in different shades and work with those undertones and different hues and know what types of concealers and correctors to use and things like that. So know how to cater to different skin tones, that way you can make more money. So even with my particular niche, if I need to go bust down a Caucasian woman, I can do that, and she gonna be on point. Or if I have a very deep, dark, beautiful ebony woman, I can go bust down that. Or someone with my skin tone, or someone with a medium skin tone. And don't get me wrong, I haven't sampled every single skin tone. Like I still haven't done like an Asian lady, so maybe like Japanese or Chinese, things like that. But knowing the things I know about skin tones and makeup and things like that, I can look at her and pick out a shade for her and work with it. So all in all, with learning how to do different skin tones and shades, just educate yourself on how to work with, you know, different ethnicities and different things like that, so that you can get more money or work with different people. Because if you want to be high up in the industry, like working on celebrities and in magazines and stuff, you gotta know how to do everybody. That they can put anybody in your chair. If you don't know how to work with them, you ain't gonna have a job. And I mean, that's it, y'all. Alrighty, so the next tip is have a clear direction of where you want to go with your artistry. So you may just want to be a freelance makeup artist like myself. I'm currently a freelance makeup artist. So when I get booked, people pretty much tell me what their occasion is and I pull up. So I work on proms, I work on weddings, I work on photo shoots, music videos, senior portraits, you may have a formal event, whatever. So pretty much I just show up, whatever you said you want done to your face, of course according to my niche, but whatever the occasion is, I'll beat that face. But some people, you know, they may want to specifically work on photo shoots for rappers or work on models for fashion shows and editorial magazines. You might want to be a bridal makeup artist. So pretty much have a clear direction where you want to go. And I'm not saying day one of being a makeup artist, oh, you have to know where you're going. But in due time, you know, at some point you're going to become stagnant. Your money's going to become stagnant. And the goal is always to reach for the stars. So have a direction on what kind of artist you want to be. Yes, right now I am a freelance makeup artist, and don't get me wrong, I'm still learning the tricks of the trade and how to get myself to a certain level and what I need to do. But I do know that I want to work on like music videos and be able to express myself through my artistry. So at some point I do want to get to a place where I can do more editorial, you know, artsy style look. So that may be working on runway. So I would just say have a direction so you are clear on what exactly you need to do, or so that you can do the research in order to figure out what to do to get to that level you want to be. So have a direction of what kind of artist you want to be. And that's nothing wrong with being a freelance makeup artist your whole career, because there are freelance makeup artists who are millionaires. So just have a direction and where you want to go, so you did a research and pop off. Okay. You guys, this is my last final tip for now, because that's definitely going to be a part 2. I cannot stress this enough. This is the most important tip you can ever receive. Have fun with it. Have fun with it. Life is short. Anything you do, have fun with it. I don't care if it is something you're doing to make money. Have fun with it. If you don't have fun with it, you're going to be miserable. And like I said, being a makeup artist, like any other occupation, it can be stressful. It can be a lot of hard work. But at the end of the day, I love it. I'm passionate about it. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I have fun with it. So when I travel to these different venues and different events, you know, I'm friendly with my clientele, friendly with the people there, get to know people, get to know them, what they're doing, what they're about. I have fun with it. You know, I've had experiences where, you know, people that made me some food and we jamming, we got some music going on, we chopping it up. But at the same time, you do have to keep it professional. I'll always maintain that friendly, professional balance, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta have fun and make the best of it. I don't care how stressful the day is going. You're gonna find a way to throw some fun in it. Make sure you smile. The more you smile, the better you're gonna feel. You know, anything that's negative, turn it to a positive. You know, you have days where clients may not have a seat or a suitable place to do the makeup, or, you know, they got kids running around, or the client got an attitude. I don't care what it is, turn around. I've definitely had nasty, snobby clients where I'm like, hey, what's going on? How you feeling? Okay, let's do this. You may be feeling this, but we gonna do that. We gonna turn it around. You know, I try to be jokingly friendly with them. I'm just like, hey, I feel you. I done definitely had my days too, but you know, they grab me a little wine and we gonna turn it. So just say little funny little things to them. You gotta have fun with it. Because if you're gonna, do this for the rest of your life, why not have fun? Life is supposed to be enjoyable. And one thing I can say, regardless of how many stressful situations I've been in, I freaking love my clients. If it were not for you, I would have nothing. Like I said, I'm still building up my clientele, but I've had a plethora of different clients, and I appreciate y'all because y'all allowed me to better myself as an artist, better my skills, have different experiences, go different places, meet different people. And I'm a very sociable person, so I have fun anywhere I go. So that is my last and final tip. I hope that you learned some really important things in this video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. If there's any tips you want to add or any questions you may have for me regarding anything I stated in this video, do not hesitate to hit me up. Comment down below. My email address is always there. Feel free to hit me up. People always hit me up with personal questions. Follow me on Instagram at Kira Rosati. Feel free to hit my DM. I'm always here to help. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a lovely day.